There we are.
And here we are.
Here we are. I'm going to stand up. Hello, everybody. I just stand up and put my chair back. Welcome to, what is this? This is Natasha Makes Outpost.
Down Under.
Down Under Outpost. So we're filming this on a lazy, actually beautiful, magnificent Aussie spring afternoon in Gippsland, Victoria, Australia. I've left the door open. It's very noisy with the birds. I might actually go and shut it in a minute. But we know that Natasha has just today done a show, or is doing a show about one of Mark's projects. And the story, the woeful story goes that Margaret got one of her legendary migraines when we were in England. So she missed the Natasha Makes show slot. And then Natasha, the Energizer Bunny, decided that we could do it at 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that wasn't happening.
It wasn't happening. And then Gemma saved us and said, we can't film it and then download it and reset, because I had a guest in that day or something. There's no way we would have been able to do it anyway, because we were at the airport hotel. Anyway.
She didn't see the state I was in anyway.
No.
I have to pack down.
So we said, well, we'll just do it from Australia when we get home for it, and time has got away, so we now need to do it. Anyway, what Natasha has shown you on one of her most recent shows is Margaret's mug bag and mat combo.
Yeah, but she's only got this.
She's got this?
Yeah, she's only got, she only chose that, so she's going to have to choose the other. And we're going to have
we can show people, because they might be able to do their own as well, because they can get the fabric from I nearly said Natty Moo and I'll get in big trouble. Yeah. From Natasha. Natasha.
It could be next week's project.
Could they? We're getting so much trouble. Could you not make it up into the mug bag and leave it flat?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's just the kit that gives on giving other options of what you can do.
Yeah.
All right. So before we go through this, just a couple of things to recap on is that Margaret, I left the Waratah in the car. I'm going to go and get it in a minute.
No, don't.
Margaret has very, very kindly used my fabric with her design.
Oh, there's nothing kind about it. It was the thing that matched the best.
Yeah. Well, and we're going to do a lot more of that kind of stuff next year, which you will see on Natasha Makes.
Yeah.
Confidently, we can say anything about Natasha right now and just say it's going to be on Natasha Makes, and then she has to do it. All right. So that's what we're going to talk about. But before we do that, I just wanted to give you a quick little recap on sort of where Margaret's design and stitchery genre has come from. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've always stitched. It's something I've always enjoyed doing. I enjoy a lot of things like knitting and all the handcrafts. I love it all. But I found my niche 30 odd years ago, and that was candle wicking. And candle wicking is a very simple form of embroidery using really thick threads to achieve, geometric type designs. I've got, I think it's 13 books in the...
Is it 13?
I've got 13, 13. And for anyone that's in the UK, I am putting together... I'm having a new website being developed, and all the patterns will be in PDF form, so you won't have to do those horrendous postage. Because the books are valued at $30 Australian, but the postage sometimes is $30, $35.
It wasn't even worth doing that for Tash either, I think.
No.
We're going to do a couple more, though, things for Natasha for next year.
Absolutely. But just, this is only the tip of the iceberg of what we can do.
Yes.
But that's my history. That's, if anybody knows my work, that's my work.
And candle wicking, for those that don't know, is very, very old craft. The candle wicking is actually, the girls used to use the candle wicks to do
wick itself. It's an American term, and really it's women not having anything available to work with, so they worked with what was available to them. And they used really hard type fabrics, very basic cottons and very basic needles, and really thick thread. And that thick thread was often the roving thread that sewed up, feed bags. The feed bags you get in, They unravelled it, washed it, and they embroidered with it. So it's a very organic, naive type of design. But as we get, like as we've matured as needle workers, we've got better needles, better scissors, better fabrics. So we up the ante, and we now.
Is this your weapon?
Cut her out. Sorry, but
have a needle.
Yeah, I know. I just
choose your weapon. Is it like that?
Yeah. So that's my history.
Okay. All right.
But the good thing will be the next time you see us in Birmingham or on
Natasha makes.
Yeah.
No one will be getting out of it with a migraine next time.
Oh no.
No.
That's right. I won't be as stressed. How's that?
No, we won't.
Yeah.
Actually, we've already allowed the time.
Yes, absolutely.
After Birmingham to go.
And before Birmingham.
And because and because she's all set up.
Yeah.
She's just about to be.
And
all
she's
set
very
up.
generous enough to take on one of my projects. So I'm really grateful. Thank you, Natasha. And we'll move forward.
We will.
Okay.
So
very small project, and doesn't take long to do. It's a weekender. Comes in a kit. The kit has everything in it. So we start with our embroidery piece. That is, I don't know if you can see that. Probably
I think
not.
that top camera, after role playing with
Yes, I know.
is out of focus. So
anyway,
come back
it is screen printed, so there's no tracing, because everybody knows how difficult it is to trace anything onto black fabric.
Yeah.
So it's already screen printed. Pop it in your hoop
they can see that. Actually, Margie, see that? Sorry, can you tell we've just kind of walked in off the street for the day to do this? Mm-hmm. Have a look at that camera there. If I pop this over for you, that's... See that? Look at that.
2 seconds.
So you've got that one over there.
I've just got to see whether this is going to be... There, can you...
There you go.
I don't think they can see that any better. Anyway.
Oh, but we've just proven it's there. Look at that.
Yeah, okay, maybe that's the shadow underneath that's not helping. There we go. Is that better?
That's better.
Okay.
It is a bit hard to see,
well,
but the joy...
Anyone puts their glasses on, they can see it.
The joy is that you have got...
anyway, it's screen printed, so...
You don't have to mark it on, you don't have to transfer, you don't have to...
As in most of the things that I do, I like to be able to take the work out of it for all that homework that people have to do.
All right. Well, I'm just going to show everyone what's in here. So, Margaret hasn't just pre-printed the... is that the one out of this one?
Yeah.
Oh, she hasn't just pre-printed. Actually, I'm just going to fix that. Hang on, give me 2 seconds, because,
I have no idea what she's fixing.
I'm fixing the focus. I don't know why they're out of focus. And we do our best here for Natasha Makes. I don't want everyone to think that we're complete,
Yeah. Backward colonials.
Backward colonials. Let's not go there. There you go. We're not backward colonials at all. Really, we're not. I'm so glad the chickens are locked up, because on cue now a chicken would walk in the door for sure. Yeah. All right, so what Margaret has done, she hasn't just pre-printed the panel. All of the pieces have been pre-cut. Mm. So, look, the strips and everything.
Yeah.
Where's this? Is that the binding? That's the binding.
That's the binding, yeah. And that's the handles.
That's the handles.
Yeah. Little handles.
And then that's the
lining. The lining and the back.
It's like the batting as well.
Oh yeah. They get everything.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So when it's a kit, it's a true kit. Okay, there you go.
Oh, it's all in there. So, do I need anything? Nothing. Is the needle in there too?
Yeah, everything's in there. The needle was sitting in here, so the thread's in there. There you go. I've threaded up already. 3 strands, girls. 3 strands to go. All you need is a bit of patience now.
And a cup of tea.
Yeah, cup of tea.
All right, I'm going to put it back on your little demo one over there.
So where the seat there?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Anyway, this is a fly stitch for those that haven't done a fly stitch. Super easy. Up in that corner, down there, and find the bottom of
just
that.
as a little segue, may I? Can't resist.
Yeah.
Margaret, top tip and gossip for you, intel, is that Margaret did the fly stitch on one of my projects for my calendar next year, and Natasha has asked me if she can do pre-orders, and I said yes, sure. So I'll be talking to her in the next couple of weeks, and I'll get an image across to her so that she can organise them. But yes, well, I had to ask Margaret's permission and I had to ask Rob's permission.
To what?
To do the calendars for Natasha.
Oh, okay, righto.
Because
all I can say to girls is get one. They're worth every cent.
Thanks.
They're worth every cent. I just love looking at it. I've got last year's and I show it off to everybody. The recipes are amazing, and I know that because I have been one of the taste testers. So
we have eaten a lot of cake.
Yes, and I've got news for you, another 800 gram this week.
That you put on or took off?
No, on that syrup cake. That syrup cake put me over the edge.
Oh, that was good, wasn't it?
Oh, I know. I said just a tiny slice. I'm being good today.
And then, of course, with your Dutch heritage, you had to try my Dutch windmill cookies. That was necessary.
And
we haven't got to the fluffy baked Japanese cheesecake yet.
What about the German? Was it the German one with the cherries?
That's my mate Catherine's mum's
I have to tell you,
crumble cake.
Okay, so that's been sitting. That's sat on the bench. Sat on the bench, and I needed to see Leesa, and she didn't come straight away. So I sliced a little bit off. I thought she won't miss it anyway, and I reckon quarter of the cake was gone by the time she turned up. So, but it is jolly amazing. I like I can't believe the 2 layers of cake, and I put a knot in here as I'm gas bagging.
And they're watching you too on close up, by the way.
I know, that's great. I'm going to do what? How did I manage that?
I think my favourite thing
is watching somebody silly.
No, I think my favourite thing.
Yeah.
That is a knot, Mark.
I know. It's a knot.
Oh, I see what you've done.
Yeah. Anyway.
I do that. It makes me feel so much better.
I love it that you go to demonstrate, and that's the first thing that happens is that you put a knot in your work, and most times people are really relieved because they think they're the only ones that do it.
I think.
Yeah.
It's just quite naughty because I haven't even told. I don't know. No, Natasha. I don't think people will see this before my calendar release show, but I think my favourite thing are the Down Under biscuits.
Oh, they are
evil. They are a necessary evil.
I think you could have the Australian Women's Weekly will come to see you about that, and I think they will pay you for that recipe. Probably $5.
I would like sponsorship from Bundaberg Rum personally. I've taken a traditional Anzac biscuit. So in the UK, I don't know if you know, Google Anzac biscuits. Yeah. Very traditional Australian biscuit, of course, for the Anzacs, and it does. The recipe did originate as biscuits they would send off to the guys in the war as well in tins. So it's all about that commemorative history and everything of Australian and New Zealand Army Corps.
Today,
and we always eat. We'll just talk about Margaret. We traditionally make or eat lots of Anzac cookies in April. So April is the month I've done Australian themed recipes. So these Down Unders are a mini Anzac cookie biscuit, should I say biscuit, and I put Buderim, which is in Queensland. Buderim is our most well-known, fantastic ginger plantation and factory company.
Yep.
So they've got Buderim in them, and then I made the buttercream, and I also put Aussie Bundaberg rum in the butter icing. You can put any rum in the icing, but if you're here in Australia, you'll probably find it an excellent excuse to buy a bottle of Bundy, as we like to call it. We abbreviate everything here, so it's Bundy. Bundy and Coke and Bundy and...
There you go.
But
that is
can I go back to you now?
The fly stitch. I've been fly stitching away. So there you go.
That was so quick.
Yeah, no, it is quick. That's the thing. I do one a night. So do I can go on to the next stitch now, can't I?
Yeah, can we do a Colonial?
Yeah, please, because I keep making a mess of this.
We won't get asked back.
I know, it's great, isn't it? That's the thing about, people ask you to do something. I think that's my husband's trick. You know what? He does. I say, can you please, cook dinner? And they cook such a bad dinner that you never ask them again.
Smart, aren't they?
Well, he is very smart. But anyway, and yes, you can see I'm putting a knot in because it's being embedded into the work, so I don't much care. Sometimes I make more effort and I don't, for those that are purists about it all. Anyway, your colonial knot is under, take your thread over, and then into your work and pull through.
And of course there's full diagrams for the stitcheries in the pattern.
Absolutely.
And so you'll be able to see them.
And to put it together, it's all the pictures are there, so you're not just getting words, you've got little diagram photos. So it is super easy, and I know this is easy because I did a similar one for a soiree that we had. We had 100 women, and they had my project, and the next time we did another soiree, all the bags were done. So I know that people follow the instructions. I didn't get one phone call saying, I don't know what you're talking about. So it must be okay.
Not when it comes to the stitching anyway.
no. But they had their mug bags, and they proudly have them on the
and they're practical.
table.
That's what I like. So this one and some of the other projects you've just seen on Natasha's show that I did as well. They were all inspired by our needleworkers soiree. So they were all designed to be really lovely and easy to do, with lots of handwork that you can easily take with you when you're at your sewing group or doing in front of the television at night time. And maybe just a little bit of a whip up on the sewing machine when you finish. So the brooch bag, the holly placemats, and the other bits that Natasha had, they're all great for that, and this one too.
And sometimes it's the small projects that keep you going. You don't need to be on a big, a whole quilt. You know, one is enough. You know, and these small projects just keep you going. And
I actually think it's a good project to start on. If you haven't done a lot of stitchery before, because it's all marked on for you. And it's only a couple of stitches. You got back stitch as well in there?
No, only the fly stitch and the.
What about?
Oh yeah, no, I do. Sorry, that was a little bit of stem. Just a little bit of stem in there. It's a bit of back stitch, just to.
All right, I'm going to hold this one up over here, Mark, so that we can just do it.
I pre-cut that into the size that it's going to be. So I had thought that I would have it in stages, and the grandchildren turned up. So.
Oh, bless.
Yes, exactly.
As
sometimes you can be really blessed.
Just overwhelmingly blessed after school finishes or early on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, they're great.
And then insurmountably blessed when you're asked to babysit.
Yeah, that's it.
How many have you got again? Eight
grandchildren. They're ranging from 15 to 2. So I've still got a lot of everything. And
one of my customers yesterday, she said, I have 3 men. She said, ranging from 35 to 72, and I went, wait, her husband. She was throwing in. I have 3 boys, she said, ranging from 35 to 72.
Yeah. So there you go.
There you go. You're in your comfort zone now, aren't you? You're just going to sit there.
Well, yes, because I haven't made a knot on the knot.
You just sit there and keep sewing.
Yes.
Can you lift up? Oh, look at that.
Yeah. It's super, super easy.
So I suppose if you don't like working on dark colours, we've kind of eliminated a lot of that problem because it's white and you
it's screen printed. So
screen printed on.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Oh.
All right. So if you've got any questions about any of this little project or any of the other ones that Natasha has popped up on the show, not so much are there any left, where do I get one, because you get them from Natasha. But if you've got any questions about the techniques or anything in them, please email me and I will pass it on to Mark at info@chandlerscottage.com. Just let us know if you've got any queries when you get started, and one of us will be back in touch with you. Do you want to show the button?
The little button says handmade.
Oh, look.
Yeah.
Made it look.
Can you see that? It says handmade.
So
they're all in
nice.
that kit too.
They're all in there too, so you have your button and everything in there.
So.
All right. Well, we hope you have a fabulous time.
Yeah.
Making your mug bag, and use it.
And we'll see you soon
with pride. We will see you really soon. That sounds more. The way you said that was more like a threat than a promise.
Oh no.
We may not be asked to do another one of these.
Yeah, see, it's like a dinner.
Exactly. All right. Thank you so much
you.
from the Natasha Makes Australian Outpost.
Yeah.
And we'll see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.